This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, there are several ways you can help others on Thanksgiving Day. We'll tell you how you can pitch in next. 3 days until stuffing and turkey or tofurkey if you're my wife. Thank you all for watching. This is FYI. I'm Ken Kara, and this is the place for 24 hours of your community news and information. Let's start with headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A tribal court in New Mexico has reached a verdict in the case involving a car accident that killed a man from our area who was riding cross-country on his bicycle for charity. The court reached a verdict on October 28th. The verdict assigned 100% of the fault to 62-year-old Gilbert Wakanda for the death of John Anzarski of Ringtown. 19-year-old Anzarski was conducting a cross-country trip for charity in June of 2010 when he was struck. The Anzarski family was awarded just over $72,000 for property damages. The family plans to use it for the scholarship fund established in their son's memory. You can read more about the verdict in today's Standard Speaker and at standardspeaker.com. A 31-year-old man is facing charges following an early morning stabbing in Hazleton. Police arrested Johan Zurilla Tejada and charged him with aggravated assault, simple assault, terroristic threats, possession of marijuana, and public drunkenness. Police responded to the 400 block of West Broad Street just after 12:30 this morning for a report of a stabbing. They found a victim with a laceration to the hand from a knife. The victim positively identified Tejada as his attacker. Officers picked up Tejada without incident. State police are looking for the man responsible for robbing a Freeland gas station. According to troopers, the suspect was dressed in a dark-colored sweatshirt, blue work pants, possibly Dickies. He was wearing a screen character mask and black gloves. Police say that surveillance video showed him to be about 5'10" to 6 feet tall, light-skinned with a thin build. The suspect entered the Freeland fuel stop at Hazel and Ridge Streets in Foster Township just after 11 a.m. Friday, brandished a small caliber black gun, and demanded money. The cashier gave him an undetermined amount of money. Anyone with information can call State Police at Hazleton at 570-459-3890. Winter weather hit our area this past weekend. In addition to snow on the ground, one Hazleton family found this, a huge pine tree that had fallen onto their home at 741 Roosevelt Street. The tree came from a neighboring property. Several people were home at the time of the incident. Luckily, no one was hurt and there was no major damage to the home. I will have an updated forecast a little later in the program. Right now, Lisa Sugart has the details on a popular Hazleton dinner and how you can help others this Thanksgiving.
It is a wonderful Hazleton area tradition for many years, and that is the free Thanksgiving dinner that takes place on Thanksgiving Day. It's happening at Holy Annunciation Parish, that's St. Gabriel's Church in Hazleton. Here to tell us more about it is Chris Stamatopoulos. She is the manager of the Hazleton office of the Commission on Economic Opportunity, better known as CEO. Are you ready, Chris?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I wait all year for this. The dinner is wonderful. We begin with 34 very generous and gracious families who volunteer. They're Eagle Rock residents, and they donate their time and their effort. They cook all of the turkeys for us. Without them, dinner would not be very good. Then the day before Thanksgiving, we'll put together community volunteers. Agencies will send their staff and volunteers, and we meet at Annunciation, the church basement, about 9 a.m., and we begin the dinner prep work. And then on Thanksgiving Day, we'll start about 6:30. Now, we need volunteers, not necessarily at 6:30, so don't give up if that's not your hour. And then at 8:30, that is when we need a lot of volunteers, and volunteers of all ages, children, adults, we can use everyone. That's when we will prepare and package the deliverable meals. Traditionally, we deliver over 400 meals. At 10 o'clock, we send our drivers out on the road. If people would like to deliver meals for us, we certainly would appreciate that as well. We serve, it is a sit-down dinner. We don't do like a buffet. We actually serve the dinner, clear the tables, reset. So there's always plenty to do.
What goes through your mind when you see this then, a success? What do the people say who come and take advantage of it?
The people love it. They just they feel the love, and this is a community event. You will feel the community spirit. Hazleton has an amazing heart. We're an amazing giving community, and we're there for each other.
Absolutely. Well, the Commission on Economic Opportunities annual Thanksgiving dinner taking place on Thanksgiving Day this Thursday, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Again, Holy Annunciation Church in Hazleton on South Wyoming Street. That's St. Gabriel's Church. If you are in need or looking for friendship, fellowship, and a good meal, that is the place to go. And if you need delivery, call Chris. We hope everyone has a blessed Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much, Lisa. One mall in our area is doing its part to give everyone the chance to sit down with family and friends on Thanksgiving. Rocco Aruzzo is the business operations manager for the Laurel Mall.
It's been a tradition, really. I see a lot of the malls are closing Thanksgiving Day, but the Laurel Mall will be closed Thanksgiving Day. We will reopen 7 a.m. Black Friday until 10 p.m. that evening. Now, the anchor store's hours do vary, but the Laurel Mall will open on Friday morning at 7 a.m.
Also on Thanksgiving, FYI will present a special edition to highlight some of the shopping deals available around our area on Black Friday. Tune in on Thanksgiving as we talk with local merchants about the great shopping deals available for the start of the Christmas shopping season. And FYI will not be seen on Friday so that SSPTV can bring you our annual holiday shopping special. Due to the overwhelming response, the Giving Shelter campaign to benefit Divine Providence Homeless Shelter in Hazleton will continue. The cooperative effort of SSPTV, our media partner, the Hazleton Standard Speaker, the United Way of Greater Hazleton as well. We're looking to provide warm blankets, clothing like socks and sweatshirts, coffee, paper, and plastic supplies needed to serve those who utilize the shelter. You can also call Catholic Social Services in Hazleton to volunteer or to donate a meal for the shelter. SSPTV's Janine Mazurkevich says that she will continue the collection here at our studios. Drop off your donations at our studios at 109 West Broad Street in downtown Hazleton. Coming up on FYI, a review of the weekend in local sports and news about some local cheerleaders, plus trivia treats with Ron Marchetti. After this break, the heartwarming story of a wish that comes true every year for a little girl who passed away from cancer.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hi everybody, it's Monday and I'm Christy Book. I'd like to welcome you back to Core Fitness. It's been a while since we've seen you, and if you haven't seen my segment, I have talked about everything from working out with an injury to working out post-baby, and today I would like to focus on something that's very near and dear to my heart. We have got a great reputation for several boot camps that go on here, and dozens of women have been through our doors. And I'd like to introduce you to my friend Stephanie Watson, who is the instructor of Steph's HIT Boot Camp here at Core Fitness. And I've known Stephanie a couple years. We met actually working out together back at the good old YMCA, and she actually is probably the best poster child for her own boot camp. So Stephanie didn't always look like this.
If only
Not that
I
she
had,
ever looked bad. She didn't.
If only I had the before and after photos.
But Stephanie is in fantastic shape. She's helped women lose pounds, inches, gain self-esteem, and I'd like to ask you a couple questions. So how many boot camps is this now that you're doing?
We've been running it 2.5 years. We've taken roughly maybe 4 weeks off in that 2.5 years. Mostly 8-week boot camps, so I'm not even sure anymore how many.
Okay, and so the boot camps run what times?
We run 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. They are about a 45-minute class, and they run Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay, so Stephanie, I'd like to hand it over to you. She's going to talk to you with one of her boot camp girls who's going to tell her experience.
And this is my friend Lori Kane. She's been actually attending boot camp now for 2.5 years. She started the first boot camp and hasn't missed one since. She actually started from a friend's suggestion that she come, and she avoided it like the plague for the first, couple weeks before it actually started. But then she started, and now she is without a doubt one of my biggest advocates and one of my biggest PR people. So this is Lori Kane.
So I started boot camp at the request of one of our friends who comes to Core Fitness, and she suggested to me, you should do HIIT boot camp with me. And I said to her, Michelle, you are athletic, I am not. I go to the gym because I like to eat. And this basically all works out. So I took her advice because I thought, what do I have to lose but weight? And quite honestly, it's been one of the best things I've ever done for myself. Not only has it made me a healthier person, but more tone, stronger, my stamina. I mean, I impress myself when I'm in a walk with someone and I'm passing out more fit people than me. And I owe it all to coming to Core Fitness, and in particular coming to Steph's boot camp on a faithful basis for the past 2.5 years, 3 days a week at 6 in the morning.
All fitness levels are available and welcome. We can modify absolutely anything. And one of my favorite things to say is that you can do any exercise for 30 seconds. Call Core Fitness 455-7818.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I think this is cabbage growing in downtown Hazleton. I know that that's snow behind what I'm calling cabbage. Will we see more snow, not cabbage? Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. There is a wind advisory in effect for our area until 7 p.m. Monday, and a hazardous weather outlook for tonight, as we could see some snow showers. Tonight we do have a 30% chance of snow showers, mainly before 11 p.m. Our low will be 27 degrees and wind could get as high as 34 miles per hour. Little or no accumulation of snow expected. Tuesday will be mostly sunny, high near 36 degrees with wind as high as 28 miles per hour. Tuesday night partly cloudy, low of 24 degrees. Wednesday partly sunny, will be in the lower 40s for a high. Another hazardous weather outlook on Wednesday night as a 40% chance of rain, snow, and freezing rain before 1 a.m. Our low will be 31 degrees. On Thanksgiving, 40% chance of rain or freezing rain before 11 a.m. It will be cloudy with a high near 43. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, low around 34. On Friday, 30% chance of showers, high near 45 degrees. And then on Friday night, mostly cloudy, we'll have a low of 33 degrees.
This year marks the 6th year for Adriana's Wish. It's a toy and blanket drive for the Janet Weiss Children's Hospital, and it's in memory of little Adriana Bartle. Tony Colombo is the co-organizer for this event. It's been happening 6 years. You're doing it now for the 2nd year. How did this all come about? I know we're all familiar with beautiful little Adriana Bartle, who was taken from this earth way too soon. So tell us how this came about, that this drive is in her memory.
What happened 6 years ago, Adriana was in the hospital around Christmas time, and she said to her mom that she always wanted the children to have toys or something at Christmas to make it a little bit more bearable for them. And we started that back then, and we made sure that after she passed, she said to her mom, please have my wish dream continue. So her mom, Angela, has driven to do that every year. Last year, I got on board helping Angela do it, and this year we're going to try and make it bigger and better.
Well, that's wonderful. And Tony, so you're looking for items that children who are in the hospital can use, so like toys and board games. Tell us what exactly you'd like our viewers to donate.
We're looking for toys, new unwrapped toy for a child with cancer. We're going to be filling a truck on November 27th up at the parking lot of Tractor Supply and Big Lots. You can drop off a toy there. We're having a truck that's being donated through Berger Family Dealerships. Also, there are donation boxes throughout the area. You can drop off blankets, personal items like soap, shampoo, conditioner. What we do is we put little bags together that when they drop off the children, they're given to the parents, so that way they can, if they need to take a shower, get groomed, do something, they have stuff, because you know yourself, when you're in a hurry to get to the hospital, you don't take none of that with you. So we're trying to make something a little bit more bearable. That's a difficult situation. Yes, we're going to go up on December the 15th. What we do that day is we stop at Bonanza. Thanks to Harry at Bonanza. He is going to prepare a wonderful dinner that's been donated through Patrick Kreisel at Hazel Park and Cuck's Turkey Farm. And what we do is we make a dinner ham and turkey and mashed potatoes and vegetable, and we take all this stuff. We do the road trip to Janet Wise, and we meet the kids in the morning. We give them their toys and their gifts, and then we feed the kids and the nurses that take care of them. And this year will be something different. Santa Claus is going to arrive via fire truck.
Do you need any help? Do you need any volunteers besides the donations?
If anybody wants to come out and help us on the 27th, you're more than welcome to help us. And that day we go to Geisinger if anybody wants to make the trip.
Well, again, I hope you can make a donation of either the toys for the children or the health and beauty supplies for their parents. Drop them at the box locations we have up on the screen, or else you can come the day at Fill the Truck in West Hazelton and hope that Adriana's dream and wish will continue for many years to come.
Thanks again, Lisa. Before we hit our break, here's our midday winning lottery numbers. Pick 2, 76, pick 3, 355, pick 4, 9813, and pick 5, 36703. When we come back in sports, I'll tell you all about how the Marion Phillies girls volleyball season came to an end at the state title. That and more next.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The Marion Phillies volleyball coach, Dr. John Falabelle, says this year was a complete and total surprise. A good surprise, as the Phillies fought their way all the way to the PIAA Single A title game. Marion lost to Greensburg Central Catholic in the final. What a year, though, for seniors Miranda Antigua and Jenna O'Donnell, who led the team to the state final, and it was their third time at Marion making it to that game. Next year, Falabelle says if they can knock off Nativity in the district playoffs, they should be able to make it back to the state title game. The Phillies returned some great players, including Jasmine Mooney and Gianna Augusti. Congratulations to the Phillies on a great season. It was a lot of fun to watch. The Penn State Hazelton men's basketball team played in a tournament over the weekend at Misericordia University. They lost 2 good games as they get ready to jump into Penn State University Athletic Conference play after the Thanksgiving break. Sophomore Mackenzie Prutzman scored 25 points for the local Lady Lions as they beat Clark Summit University on Saturday to improve to 5-1 this season. Penn State Hazelton's defense continues to be strong. They forced 33 turnovers in this game. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins bounced back from a loss to Lehigh Valley with 2 wins over the weekend over division foes. They went to overtime to get the job done against Hershey. The Pens will travel back to Hershey this Wednesday on Thanksgiving Eve. Right now, everyone cheer for the Hazelton Area High School varsity competition cheerleaders. They would have done a much better job than me of getting you excited for this story, and that's why they have won 4 straight District 2 championships. The most recent win means they qualify for this year's state championships. States will be held on January 20th and 21st in Hershey at the Giant Center. Keep clapping, because here comes the one and only Ron Marchetti.
Exactly 50 years ago, in 1966, number 2 Michigan State hosted number 1 Notre Dame in one of 3 or 4 games with the legitimate claim to be being called the game of the century. Hi, everybody. On this is Trivia Treats on this very bad hair day. 80,000 fans in Spartan Stadium and more than 30 million TV viewers watched this game that included more than 24 future All-Americans and future NFL players between them. Players on both sides claim it may have been the greatest matchup in college football history. That came in a 10-10 tie. Both teams finished that season as they came into that game. Notre Dame number 1, Michigan State number 2, both unbeaten. Also on this very day, 85 years ago, in 1931, USC beat Notre Dame for the first time in South Bend after rallying from a 14-0 deficit to win 16-14 by scoring all their points in the final 6 minutes. The Trojans' win snapped the Notre Dame's 25-game winning streak. Afterwards, USC coach Howard Jones took his team to the grave of his good friend, Notre Dame's fallen coach Knute Rockne, who was killed the previous spring in a plane crash. Jones placed a wreath at Rockne's gravestone, and the USC team observed a minute of silence. That win clinched the 1931 National Championship for Southern Cal. Also, 25 years ago today, in 1991, Michigan's Desmond Howard struck the Heisman pose after returning upon 93 yards for a touchdown against rival Ohio State. On the play, as Howard reached the end zone, ABC announcer Keith Jackson roared, "Hello, Heisman." A month later, Howard would accept the 1991 Heisman Trophy. That punt return that clinched the Wolverines' win over the Buckeyes is still considered as one of the greatest plays in college football history. Finally and locally, true or false, the final Hazelton-West Hazelton Thanksgiving Day Classic was played 45 years ago. Joe Madden was the Mountaineers quarterback, and HHS won 14-0. Answer, false. That game was played the following Saturday because of a 2-foot snowstorm on Thanksgiving Day. True or false? Well then, the final Turkey Day game was played the year before in 1971, 46 years ago. Answer, false. Mother of God, come on. Then when was the last WHHS game played on Thanksgiving Day? Answer, 1975. Hazelton and West Hazelton were to open the season in 75, but the game was moved to Turkey Day because of a teacher strike. West Hazelton won 12-7. True or false? Answer, true. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Till next Monday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Mondays can be a big headache. Well, cheer up with Bottleneck's Little Neck Clam Special, $1.95 a dozen in melted butter.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First night, Freeland Presbyterian Church will be holding an annual Community Christmas Carol Fest on Sunday, November 27th at 2:30. Come and join in singing favorite carols and in good fellowship. For more info, just call 570-520-4669. Our next announcement, the Mock Chunk Opera House, located in Jim Thorpe, is presenting the music of Simon & Garfunkel Friday, November 25th. Swearingen and Kelly recreate the music, memories, and magic of the most famous rock duo of our time. Doors open at 7 p.m. with show starting at 8. Tickets are $25 and can be purchased by calling 570-325-0249 or online at mcohjt.com. Next announcement, Holy Family Academy will be holding a gift card and toy bingo Sunday, December 11th. Doors open at noon, early bird at 1, and regular games begin at 1:30. Every winner gets a toy or gift card. Costs $10 for 10 regular games, and seats are limited. Call for tickets or information at 570-455-9431. And finally, Survivors After Suicide Support Group meets the second and fourth Tuesday of each month from 6 to 7:30. The meetings are held at Catholic Social Services in Hazelton. This is a no-fee open grief group that welcomes survivors at any stage of their grieving process. For info, just call 570-455-1521. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Neil D. Lamanna of Hazel Township. Funeral is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Fierro Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. And Marie B. Petrus of Hazel Township. Funeral is Tuesday at 1 p.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Joseph Konar of Drums. Joseph, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
What is Wassailfest and what does it mean to you? Find out on our special coming up on Thanksgiving. We'll see you tomorrow, though. More FYI coming your way. Take it easy, everyone.